Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing 4 Against Darkness. I am taking my party members, which is a Barbarian, Cleric, Wizard, and a Thief. The Barbarian and the Thief are level 5, and the Cleric and the Wizard are level 6. I have been playing some games out of the the Caverns of Chaos book, this one right here. There's a bunch of missions in here. Some of them are easy, some are hard. I'm skipping the 2 previous ones because my guys are just too high a level. And today I'm going to do mission number 5, the Axe of Nygann. It says recommended level 5 or higher. So I think this one should be a fairly fun one. Now for this one, what I'm going to be doing is I'm trying to collect clues. I need how many? 4? Your party must get in the dungeon and collect clues. For this scenario, only... Okay, the location of the axe is dungeon specific. To find the axe, you must gather a total of 3 clues. Now, normally you find clues when you encounter an empty room, you do a search. You roll a d6, and I think if you roll a 6, you find a clue or a secret door or something like that. So it's not exactly easy to find clues. But after I find 3 clues, the next room, I think it says, when you spend these 3 clues, your next room will automatically contain the big boss, which is a Chaos Executioner, as the final boss. And he is armed with the Axe of Nygann. And then once you defeat it, you get the axe. You can't keep it, however, when you return to civilization, the dwarves buy it back from you or something like that. So I've got my 5 heroes. And what I'm going to do for the very first thing is I'm going to roll for the entry room here. And I'm consulting these little cheat sheets. So I roll a d6. And I rolled a 3, which is a 3 splitter. It's just 3 corridors that come in and split off. One goes straight for 2. The other one goes over 2, up 2, like so. And then over 2 and up 2. And this is where my party will start. It's a corridor, so it's only 2 by 2. So as always, I'll be running my rogue and my barbarian up front, and the cleric and the wizard in the back, just in case I encounter any traps. All right, so let's get this thing going. First thing we're going to do is we're going to decide which way we're going. Let's go to the right. And now I need to roll 2d6 and see what I encounter down this corridor. I rolled oh, you know what? I need to roll, the green will be the first digit and the 4 will be the second digit. So that's a 52, a 5-2. So I come over here and a 5-2 is a room. And let's see what that is. It is, it goes over, up, 2, over, there's lots of doors in this room. All right. So there are 2 doors. There's one here and one here. And can you see that on the map? Yeah. So I use green for doors and black for the walls. So they have entered the room, and now we need to see what is in this room. Again, you roll 2d6 and you add the results. I rolled a 3, 2, 1. I need to keep this where y'all can see it. I'll put it up here for now. That's a 3, and a 3 on a room is a trap. So the Caverns of Chaos have their own tables that match the ones in the basic 4 Against Darkness rulebook. So I'll be using those today. And so I need to find the traps table, which is on page 12. And you roll a d6. I rolled a 1. A dart. This trap is a level D8 plus 3. Well, I don't have an 8-sided die. Let me go find one. 1 second. Keep a box of dice around so I won't have to worry about that. All right, so I have a D8. Let's roll to see what comes up. That is a 1 plus 3. So it's a level 4 trap. It attacks 1 random character. However, before it attacks anybody, the rogue gets a chance to try and disarm it. The way this works is I roll a d6, I add my level, and it has to beat the trap level. The trap level is 4. He's a level 5. So as long as I don't roll a 1, it's successful. And I rolled a 2. So he successfully defeats the trap, and don't have to worry about that. So this room can now be searched. And the way this works is on page... what is it? If you got the basic rule book, on page 56, when searching rooms. Now, normally, if you encounter something in there, like I just did, a trap, you don't roll for it. It's only when it's an empty room. But the Caverns of Chaos description for scenario 5 says that you can still search even if there was something in it. So you roll a d6, and here's what happens. If I roll a 1, I get a wandering monster. If I roll 2 to 4, the room is truly empty, and a 5 to 6, I find a clue. Now, I can also choose to get a secret door or a hidden treasure, but because I'm going for clues, that's what I want. So really what I'm looking for is 5s or 6s. I rolled a 5, so I get 1 clue. So I'm going to write this over here, clue. I got clue number 1, and that is good rolling right there. So let's keep going. Let's put some things in different places so I can make some room here. All right. So let's have them go. Actually, you know what? That's probably not the best place to put that. Let's move. Let's write clues right to here. I'll just put clue. I have 1. All right. They're going to go through here this way. So again, I roll a blue and a red to see what is facing, what I'm coming up against. 2-1. 2-1 is a room, a dead-end room, actually, with a door. So there is a door here, and it is a 3x3 room with a dead end. Now, what I could do is I could choose to search it. If it's empty, I can choose to find a secret door, that would go out, but I'm not doing that. So they move into here, and let's see what I encounter. That is a 5. 5 on a room is a special feature. So we go to the Caverns of Chaos, and there is a special features table. Page 16, you roll a d6. That is a 2. d6 minus 1 chaos crystals. I don't like chaos crystals, so I'm probably going to leave them alone. It says they may be sold for 5d6 gold each. Any character picking up must roll on the touched by chaos. I have learned my lesson, so let's see how many are there. 4 minus 1, there are 3 chaos crystals, but again, do not want them. Leaving them alone. Now we'll go back and we'll roll. Oops, sorry. We'll roll a d6 to see what is in this room. I want a 5 or a 6. And I rolled a 6, so I've already got clue number 2. This is turning out really good. So they've got to backtrack. So here's the thing. Anytime you backtrack, you have to roll a d6, and on a 1, you encounter a wandering monster in a previous room. So they move here, and I rolled a 5, so they did not encounter a wandering monster. Let's go through this door right here. So we'll roll a red and a blue green. Green is high. 1, 2. 1, 2 is a long corridor. Now, corridors, you still have to see what's in them. This one is 3, and there's a door at the end. And it would be nice is to have some nice software that maps this game for you, but that's okay. Then you wouldn't get to use miniatures, and I prefer to use the miniatures. All right, let's see what. Now, remember, the rogue and the barbarian are in front, so let's see what is in this corridor. That is a 7. 7 on a corridor is a minion, so I have to roll on the minions. Caverns of Chaos has its own minion chart. If I can find it. On page 18, you roll a d6. I rolled a 3. There are d6 Chaos Dwarves. How many are there? 4 Chaos Dwarves. All right. So let's... Where's that black marker I'm going to use for writing? Okay. There we go. All right. Let's move this over, and we have 4 Chaos dwarves. They are level 7. And you get 2 treasure rolls. Normal morale. They have a 1 in 6 chance of being equipped with crossbows. Let's see. Roll a 1. They're not. In that case, they will automatically gain initiative and shoot before your party. If met in a corridor, I am meeting and equipped with crossbows. They are not. The 2 in the front will use axes. Okay. So, it says I can bribe them for 80 gold each, which would be 320 gold, and I have 3,007 gold. I could just bribe them to go away, because here's the thing, level 7s, to hit them, I have to roll, well, to hit most of these guys, their bonus is only plus, well, the barbarian is plus 5 to hit, and the cleric is plus 3 to hit, but the cleric is in the back, so it would be the rogue, and the rogue, we don't outnumber them, there's 4 of them. So he doesn't get his bonus. He's at -1. So I think what we're going to do, I've never done this before, but we're going to bribe them. You have to roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, I can bribe them. On a 4 to 6, they fight, and they will get first attack. I rolled a 5, so they choose to fight. So since there's 4 of them, each one of them will pick a character, and they will get to attack. They are level 7. How this works, I am trying to defend. So I roll a die, I add my defense roll, and I have to beat 7. I can't match it, I have to beat it. So for example, the barbarian is plus 2 defense. I need to roll a 6. And I didn't. 3 plus 2 is 5. So he takes a point of damage. So he's down to 11. All right. The cleric is plus 3 defense, so she needs to roll a 4 or higher, and she did not, so she takes a point of damage. The wizard, unfortunately, has no defense, so she's got. And there's now, if I roll a natural 6, I believe that's a defense. No, wizard takes a hit. And the thief is plus 6 defense, so 2 or higher, and he did roll a 2, so he defended, so that's good. Now it is my turn. All right, so they are level 7, so, and there's 4 of them. Wow, 4 level 7s. Okay, so the barbarian will strike. He's plus 5. He has to meet or beat their level. So basically, he just needs to roll a 2 or higher. And he did. He rolled a 2 or higher, so he rolled 7, so he took 1 out. The cleric is plus 3, and so she needs to roll a 4 or higher. And she rolled a natural 6, which is exploding. You keep rolling. 6 plus 4 is 10. That's not enough to kill 2, but it will kill 1. If I had scored 14, I could have taken out 2. The wizard will cast lightning. Let's see, lightning. How does that work? Lightning. The spell works like an attack. Wizard adds his level against a group of minions. The spell will kill just 1. Okay, so I have 3 lightning. I'm going to burn a lightning and try to cast it. I have to roll. He's got plus 6, so as long as I don't roll a 1, he casts it. I rolled a 4, so one of the Chaos Dwarves dies. And then the Thief is plus 5 when you outnumber the minions, so he's got to roll a 2 or higher. He does, and he kills the last one. So that wasn't too bad. All right, and they get 2 rolls, was it, on the treasure? Let's see, where was I? I think it said 2 treasure rolls. Minions. 2 treasure rolls. Now there is a treasure table in the Caverns of Chaos book, which is different than the normal treasure roll. So let's roll the first one. It's a d6. I rolled a 6, which is Hood of Chaos. I think one of my guys already has that. No, I think I sold it. This dark hood is inscribed with blood red pulsing runes. The wearer must immediately roll untouched by chaos. Once per dungeon, wearer may cast Aura of Terror. Nope. Wearer may move. When the wearer returns to civilization, he must remove the hood or be jailed. The hood of chaos may not be sold, but may be given as a bribe equivalent to a 200 gold piece. Okay, so I'll take that. I have a hood of chaos, which I am not going to put on, and it's worth 200 gold for a bribe. Okay, and then the second treasure is a 2. The Sign of Ixtal, which I already have one of these. My cleric has one. Once per adventure, the wearer of this medallion may roll d8 plus level against a group of vermin or minions. If he rolls the minion level or higher, the minions will ignore the party until the party no longer has the medallion or attacks the minions. This roll is the equivalent of checking to the monster's reaction. The medallion may be sold for 200. Okay, so I have another one. I'm going to give it to the rogue. He has a Sign of Ixtal. And once per adventure. So I should have remembered that the cleric had that. I probably could have used it on this one. But you have to roll higher. You have to roll. It may roll d8 and add the level against a group of chaos vermin if he rolls the minions level or higher. So that's not bad. She's level 6. So all she had to do was roll a 1 on the 8. So that's good to know. All right, let's keep going. They are in the hallway, and now they are going to move through that door. Let's see what is there. I rolled a 2-3, which is a room with a door at the end. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then 2, up 3, up 2 or 3, up 3, over, down. And there's a door right here. Let's see what is in this room. Let's re-roll that. That's a 2-3. It's a 5. 5 on a room. I think we already did this one. Is a special feature. So let's roll. And by the way, the special features can only appear once. So this was the crystals. I think, was it this room? I think it was crystals. So for this room, what do we get? Roll a d6. 3. Chamber of Horror and Pain. This room is a torture chamber. All characters gain 1 madness. I'm not playing madness rules because I'm not doing 4 Against the Abyss, but they must save versus level 7 fear. Wizards and clerics roll at +1, or be at -1 on all defense rolls until a blessing is cast, 1 per character, or until that character breaks the curse by rolling an explosive die at any chaos monster. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so Chamber of Horrors. So they are all at... Well, they got to make that save, so let's do that first. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to make a level 7 fear roll, and this is a meter beat. So you just roll a d6, and you add a level. Wizards and clerics roll at +1. So unfortunately, they've all got to roll basically. A natural 6 would do it for all of them. For the level 6 characters, they have to roll a... Well, no, they just get the +1. So there's no level involved here. So they all got to roll... Is that right? Must save versus level 7 fear. Wizards and clerics roll at +1. Huh, okay. So Barbarian needs to roll a natural 6. He does not. Rogue does, okay. Cleric does not. Wizard does not. All right, so they all failed it except for the rogue, which is unfortunate because 3 of my heroes are now at -1 on all defense rolls until a blessing is cast. I'm going to go ahead and burn all 3 of my blessings. I don't really have a choice, so they're safe. My cleric only had 3, and those are gone. But now I can search this room. Let's roll a d6. And I rolled a 6, so I did find clue number 3. Wow, this is probably the shortest game I've ever played, which means through this room is the, what was it, the Chaos Executioner. So we already know what it is, and this is the final boss. So let's do that. Let's There's nothing. There's no heal. Well, I guess I could heal the band. I'll use the bandages to heal. I'll use one to heal my barbarian back up to 12, and I'll use one to heal my wizard back up to full health. So everybody's at full health, and they will enter this room. Let's see what kind of room. Well, we know it's a room. It says the next room. This could be a corridor. Let's see what happens. Hold on. Let's roll a green and a red. I rolled a 2-6, which is a corridor, believe it or not. So not there yet. Corridor, and it has a door at the end. All right, so there's a door at the end, but now I have to see if there's anything in this corridor before I can go fight the bad guy. What's in this corridor? That is a 9. 9 on a corridor is empty. All right. I don't need to search it because I've already got the 3 clues. So let's go through this door and see what's beyond this door. That is a 1-1, which is another corridor. This guy doesn't want to be found. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a door at the end. Now, there's 2 doors actually. So if I find that one door leads to a corridor, I can just close it and check the other door. So, but first I have to see what is in this corridor. I rolled an 11. 11 on the corridor is a boss. And unfortunately, my rogue and my barbarian are the only ones up front. So I have to roll on the boss table to see what I am fighting here. Let's roll a d6. I rolled a 5, which is a chaos executioner. Really? So there's 2 of these guys. So there's one guarding the hallway and one inside. All right, let's try it. So what we'll do is, this is the chaos executioner. He is level 5. Not bad. He's got 8 life. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically, every time I do 5 damage, he loses 1 of these life. He's treasure +1. Normal morale. His huge axe will automatically destroy a character's shield if you fail a defense roll. Each hit will inflict 2 damage, or 3 if the defense roll is a 1. So I better not be rolling 1s a lot here. All right, there's no bribing these guys, so I've got to fight them. So let's do this. Let me put them in order here. I always put the wizard at the end. Okay, so the barbarian steps up. He will swing. You know what? He's gonna. Well, do I want to use my rage? Not yet. Not yet. I'm just going to roll 1 die. He's +5, so he automatically hits, except unless I roll a 1. And I rolled a 3, so he hits. He does 8, so he takes 1. He does that. He steps back. Cleric steps forward. She is +3, so she just needs to roll a 2 or higher. And she rolled an exploding die, so she's at 6, plus her 3, which is 9, 10. So that takes out 2. Good for you. So let's see. She rolled 9 plus 1 is a 10. So that took out 2. The rogue, he is -1 to attack. Unfortunately, he's not good one-on-one with a boss. So he's got to roll a natural 6, and he does not. So he misses. And the wizard steps forward. The wizard is going to cast... I can cast a fireball at him. It doesn't affect dragons. It slays a number of creatures equal to the wizard's die roll minus the level of the minion. A minimum of 1 creature is always slain. So if I hit him with the fireball, he's toast. It says against a boss. I could do lightning and save my fireball, but I like the fireball against a boss because it always kills at least 1 creature. This spell works on an attack roll. The wizard as its roll. Fireball does not affect dragons. Used against minions, it slays a number of creatures equal to the wizard's die roll minus 11 minions. A minimum of 1 creature is always slain. So, interesting. How would I do that? Wizard as I could just cast sleep on him. Sleep will defeat 1 boss or a DS. Yeah, I'm going to cast sleep. Shoot, yeah. I may do that on the next one. So he'll cast Sleep. He casts it +6. So as long as he doesn't roll a natural 1, he rolled a 6. So he puts the Chaos Executioner to sleep, which is an automatic death sentence for any creature that is killed. So I'm gonna erase this because I'm gonna be fighting another one pretty soon here. And it's a boss. It's the final boss, so it has an extra 2 life. So it'll have 10 instead of 8. And there's another thing I have to check, but before that, let's do the treasure rolls. So the treasure rolls for the caverns, I get 2 of those. 2 treasure rolls. First one, roll a d6. I rolled a 1, which is d6 gold. I'm not gonna do it. Again, another one. This guy had no gold. He was a guard, so he had nothing. All right. Now I have 2 doors to look through. Let's look through this left one first and see what is there. That is a 2-4, which is a room. And it said it has a dead end. So it will be the dead end room. It's a 2x3, so 2x3. And that is where they are for the final boss. Now, here's the deal about the final boss. Let me read this because it's a little bit different for the final boss. Final boss, page 43. All right, the final boss has 1 additional life. I thought it was 2. Okay, so it's 1 additional life and will automatically fight to the death. 1 additional attack, so it gets 2 attacks. So 2 attacks. The gold piece treasure of the boss is tripled or increased to 100 gold, whichever is best. If it has a magic item, you will find 2 magic items instead. All right, so let's try that. Let's go in here and let's kick his butt. He gets 2 attacks. So once again, my barbarian will step up. I'm going to burn my rage. He gets to roll 3d6 and take the best one. So hopefully I'll roll a 6 on one of these. And he's at +5 to hit. He did roll a 6. I will take that. So he's 6 + 5 is 11. 11 + 2 is 13. That's just enough. Each hit does 2 wounds. So he did 13, which is enough to do 2. So he does 4. He takes 4 for each time he delivered double damage. He does 2 wounds per hit. So he hit twice. Nice barbarian. Okay, good for the rage. Next will be my cleric. She is at +3. She needs to roll a 2 or higher to hit. She does, and so 2 + 3 is 5, so she takes out another one. I should have just had the wizard cast Sleep. Let's go ahead and jump the wizard up. The wizard will cast Sleep, which just seems like a cheat, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Needs to roll anything but a natural 1. I rolled a 6. So that Chaos Executioner is dead. Didn't even get to attack. That was really easy for a level 5 adventure. Unusual. Gets an extra treasure roll. And so that would be, what, 3 treasure rolls for the Chaos Executioner? Yeah. So let's see what the treasures are. So first I roll a d6. Which is a 5, which is choose 1 item of jewelry worth 46 × 15 or 2 random items. I'll just do the jewelry. 46 × 15. That's 5 + 5 is 10. 10 × 15 is 150 gold. So plus 150 gold. And roll a second roll. So 5, same thing. Roll 4 dice again. More jewelry. This guy was packing jewelry. 5 + 4 is 9. 9 × 15 is 135, so plus 135 gold. And then last roll is a 1, which is just gold. D6 gold, not worth it. All right, so they got away with 285 gold this time, plus a couple magic items. Not bad. All right, so they have to backtrack. Oh, and they get an XP roll because they defeated a boss. So the only one that can really make it is my barbarian or my thief. You roll a d6. You have to roll higher than their current level. They're both level 5. So I have to roll a 6 on here. I want to upgrade my barbarian. Roll a 6. I did not. So no leveling up this turn. All right, so they have to come back. Each time they come back, I roll a d6, and if it's a 1, there's a wandering monster. There is a wandering monster in that. Let's see what it is. The wandering monster table is on page 57 of the basic rulebook. You roll a d6. 1 to 2 is vermin, 3 to 4 is minion, 5 is a weird, and 6 is a boss. I rolled a 6, so I'm fighting a second boss as I exit. Let's go to the boss table and see what's there. All right, boss. Roll a d6. I rolled a 6. The Avatar of Ziktul does not sound good. Let's get him written down here. Avatar of Ziktul. Avatar. Level 6. 12 life. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 treasure rolls. Normal morale. 3 treasure rolls, morale +1. Avatar is a writhing mass of tentacles and eyes. Roll a d6 for the number of attacks when the foe is encountered. How many attacks will this thing make? 4 attacks. Wow. All right. So he'll be going up against each of my guys. Up to 4 attacks have normal level of 6. If it performs 5 or 6, it does not. All characters must save versus magic when they first see the monster. On failure, they must drop 1 object, including weapons or at least 20 gold of their choice. Characters with no objects or gold will offer their own blood. Blah. Objects can be retrieved. All right, so let's do this. 4 attacks. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so first off, I have to make a magic save. So, or they each have to pay 20 gold, which I don't really care. I'm just going to go ahead and say they fail it and just take off 80 gold. I just save time. I don't want to mess with that. Let's go ahead and fight him. Barbarian steps up. He does not have his rage anymore, so he is +5. So as long as he doesn't roll a natural 1, he rolled a natural 1, so he misses. Cleric steps up, +3, needs a 3 or higher, and does it. So that's 1 life gone. Where is that? This is a boss, so I've got another sleep spell that I could cast. I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll up just so I don't have to deal with it. The last sleep spell, the wizard needs to roll level 6, so he needs to roll anything but a natural 1, and he rolled a 2, so that guy is toast. 3 treasure rolls. I guess I should roll them just to see what it is. 3 treasure rolls, and I defeated a boss, so I get to roll. Actually, I defeated 2 bosses, 1 in the hall, the final one, and then 1. So I get 2 extra rolls. So Barbarian again, I need a 6. I did not get it. Second roll, Barbarian, I need a 6. Did not get it. So no leveling this game so far. All right, let's do the treasure rolls. Let's see. Treasure. Roll a d6. I rolled a 6. 1 random magic item from the Chaos magic table. Okay, let's roll that. You know what? I forgot to roll on that earlier, and I just took the Hood of Chaos, so I'm going to make that this roll. I'll just say that I took the roll. So now my second treasure roll will be a 4. 1 gem worth 46 times 30. 1, 2, 4, 7. 7 times 30 is 210 gold. Plus 210 gold. Okay. And then the third and final treasure roll is a 5, which is choose 1 item of jewelry. 4 times 15. 10, 17. 17 times 15. I can't even do that in my head. Let's try it. That's 17 times 15 is 17 times 1, 5. 255 gold. 255 gold. I'll have to add this up to see how much they have, because they can only carry 200 gold each. 150 plus 135 plus 210 plus 255. 750. So they're okay. All right. Now they will move into this tiny chamber. Don't roll a 1. I did not. They move into the Chamber of Horrors. Because it's a special feature room, I believe you don't have to roll for a wandering monster. They will move into this hallway. No 1. They will move into this room. I rolled a 6, and then they move into the entrance, and that is the game. Okay, so that was much easier than it stated. It said it was a level 5 plus, and I walked through that pretty easy. So I'm thinking I'm done with the Caverns of Chaos, because my guys are definitely not feeling the heat. I think what I'm going to do is there are some other books. Let me show these to you. So what I can do now, I can run one of these twisted dungeons, which are a little more difficult. I also have this Lost Temple of Korra. I may look at this and see. This one says level 6 or higher, so 2 of my guys aren't even ready for this, so we will see. But here's one thing that I definitely want to be doing. I have these 2 extra books here. One's called Twisted Final Fights and Twisted Minions. And what it is instead of the minions that come in the basic rulebook, you can choose to every roll, or just like maybe every other roll or every third roll. You can go to this Twisted Minions book, which gives you a set of minions that are sort of new and unique and have like crazy abilities and things like that. I definitely want to start using that. And then, of course, what is this one? Twisted Final Bosses. Unique boss. I think there's 64 of them. It says roll 48. There's 48 unique bosses in here that have never been, that you've not encountered. The book tells you that after you encounter one, you scratch it out and you won't roll it again. So I think I'm going to do that. I think for future games of 4 Against Darkness, I'm just going to delve into the dungeons again. I'm going to use some of these other dungeon books for different rooms and things. And now I'm going to start rolling for crazy bosses and crazy minions and see how my heroes do. All right, that is all I have for this game. This is another game of 4 Against Darkness. This was the Caverns of Chaos, and it was kind of fun. I think my only complaint about it is, kind of like the basic book, it's sort of limited. It has, its own weird monsters, its own minions, its own special weapons. And so now that I've sort of exhausted those, I think it's done. And also, the 6 missions in here, most of them, it says for levels 3 to 6, but really there's only 2 missions in here that are labeled as 5 or higher. So that one I may come back to at a later time if I ever restart this game and play with like lower level heroes. If these guys ever die and I want to start over with a new party, maybe I'll go right for the Caverns of Chaos. All right, that's all I have for this video. I will be back for another 4 Against Darkness video. I'll be playing, like I said, with some new books, and I hope you'll join me for that video that will be coming very soon. All right, until then, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Everybody, thanks for joining me, and take care.